So coffee is grown on steep mountainsides. It's not an easy place to pick, so it's all hand-picked.
So coffee is grown on a small shrub. It grows and then starts producing cherry and seed after a couple of years. Starts producing, on average, around 4 pounds of cherry per year, which translates down to about 1 pound of roasted coffee per year. So each time you're consuming about a pound of coffee, you are consuming one tree's worth of harvest for that given year.
And the most important step in starting with a quality cup of coffee starts with the picking. If you don't pick a red, ripe cherry, you'll never get a sweet cup of coffee.
Once it is harvested, it is then stripped of its skin. The cherry contains 2 seeds in it, and those seeds are what we refer to as coffee beans. The standard way of processing it from that point on is you take those coffee seeds and put them into a fermentation tank and let them sit for about 24 hours. You then agitate and wash that big tank of seeds, and it loosens all of that fruit pulp and washes it off. And then you're able to dry it down to about 12% moisture, typically within about a week. Then it will be able to be milled to get this last layer, what's called parchment, off of it.
It will be put into jute bags, which weigh about 150 pounds. About 300 of those bags will be put into a shipping container. It will be brought down to port. It will go onto a container ship to the Port of New Jersey, where it'll be warehoused, and then it's trucked or railed to our roastery here.
At this point, we're calling it green coffee. These are the seeds. The seeds of the coffee are what we're roasting and then ultimately become what we think of as coffee beans. So one of the really important things about roasting coffee is really this concept of heat transfer, right? We're applying heat through convection, we're applying heat through conduction, and our whole goal really is to transfer heat into the center of the coffee seed. After the seeds yellow and begin their process of color change, this is when we start to have a lot of flavor and aromas being developed within the coffee, within the seeds themselves. Usually on a week, we're roasting about somewhere between 25 and 30,000 pounds of coffee a week. So that's raw as finished goods, right? At Peace Coffee, we'll do single origin coffees. We also have blends. And so you'll find that our single origin coffees shine on their own. But then other coffees do well in a blend because they bring a specific attribute. So we use the cupping lab and the cupping table to begin to understand what those attributes of the coffee are in order to understand how we want to approach roasting.
I feel cheesy saying this, but a delicious cup of coffee, there were a lot of people that were involved in it. And it doesn't start without everyone doing their part. And that starts at a steep hillside on a tree picking a red ripe cherry.